Rahu in Shravana nakshatra. So guys, when you talk about Rahu placement through nakshatras, it's very important because I have made an entire series on Rahu through the houses, and so you're encouraged to check that out if you haven't already checked it out. But nakshatras are actually going to be that finer layer underneath the houses. Okay, so there are roughly 2.5 nakshatras per house, and which nakshatra Rahu is placed in out of a total of 27. And when you combine that energy along with the energy of Rahu through the 12 houses, you'll get a lot more insights. So this is going to be a new series that I'm going to be doing on the topic of Rahu through nakshatras. And we're starting with Rahu in Shravana. So guys, whenever you have Rahu in any nakshatra, how you have to interpret it is that the bulk of your learning in this life and the bulk of the magic, that you have a sort of connection with, that you've come into this world for to develop, it's going to be around that particular nakshatra. So when you have Rahu in Shravana nakshatra, the most important inflection points of your life, the most important change, the most fulfillment is going to come about through the abilities and qualities of Shravana nakshatra, which are the qualities of listening. And not just listening. You'll find easily a lot of counselors, a lot of musicians with Shravana prominent and Rahu and Shravana. That can quite often be the case. But it's like listening to your inner voice. That's what it is. It's like tuning in to the superconsciousness. And in fact, Rahu and Shravana, if you have Rahu Madasha coming in early, if you have, let's say, Rahu and Shravana in the 12th house, it can be a very difficult experience because you could listen to a lot of things, you could hear voices, you could feel crazy. Okay, and it's quite possible that if you have Rahu and Shravana, this power, this energy, it comes and goes, and it's quite often not in your control. Sometimes you're tapped into great ideas, and sometimes you just completely feel shut. And sometimes you can be so sensitive to thoughts, to ideas, that it's scary. Okay, so the trick to dealing with this energy is that Shravana, it is about listening, but the dominant energy of this nakshatra is Samhanana Shakti, which is the power to connect with others and connect others. Rahu in Shravana tells us about a soul whose journey in this lifetime, you will see the finer aspects of it by charting Rahu through the divisional charts, but primarily the journey for the soul in this lifetime revolves around developing their skills of connection, developing their skills of tuning in to people's emotions, ideas, concepts. That's where your greatest manifestations are going to come from. And Shravana is the nakshatra which is ruled by Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is the preserver. Lord Vishnu, in fact, if you look at it, the symbolism of Lord Vishnu, it holds a lot of secrets of what abundance looks like. Okay. He is, out of the trinity of devas in Hinduism, and even if you take Shaktism and Shaivism into account, he is depicted to be one of the most balanced, one of the most sensual, one of the most diplomatic and powerful and enigmatic sort of persona. He is if you look at it from the perspective of Sanatan, considered widely to be the creator of the entire universe, right? And so his is an energy of constant expansion and betterment and striving for knowledge and striving for betterment. Shravana individuals, and if you have Rahu in Shravana, what you are meant to do in this lifetime is constantly align yourself towards improvement intellectually, physically, spiritually, even materially. Rahu and Shravana individuals can be great, diplomats. They can be great negotiators, and they can be great in bringing people together and building businesses, organizations, institutions, which can utilize the power of bringing people together for the greater good, because that is in essence what the energy of Shravana nakshatra is, right? As the energy of Lord Vishnu, to bring about balance, to bring about restoration. Okay, it's the search for, how do I exactly put it, it's the search for goodness, it's the search for sattvikta. Okay, so when you have Rahu in Shravana nakshatra, one of the things, and in case it's giving you problems, one of the things that you need to start doing is you need to start meditating every day for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. In fact, even if you can just sit in a room by yourself and breathe and just relax and just be by yourself, okay, that's good too. But if you can meditate for 5 to 10 minutes at least every day, that's great. If you have Rahu and Shravana, try to keep your mind occupied with a path that you make for learning, for development. Hold yourself accountable to the goals that you make purely from the perspective of doing good for the world, or bringing some kind of improvement in society or in your community. Okay, these things are actually going to be the biggest sources of luck for you and provide you a lot of balance. And if you have Rahu and Shravana, and you are interested in music or feel drawn to music, and wonder if I can make this as a career, my God, definitely doesn't matter what Rahu and Shravana people do. I have seen almost everybody that I've ever come across with respect to Rahu and Shravana, unless they have a lot of other placements, which is kind of nullifying this influence. Rahu and Shravana people, usually they are great at picking up ideas, emotions, listening. Okay, they can be very perceptive. So yeah, obviously you can fine tune the skill in one particular direction. And so if you're interested in music, that could be it. Okay. Also, education, counseling. Go watch the video that I've made on Shravana Nakshatra to understand more in terms of the careers. But I have just given you a brief explanation for the impact of Rahu and Shravana Nakshatra in your birth chart and the characteristics that it will impart. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel so that you can stay abreast of all the wonderful content that I post here. Push the bell icon so that you can be notified every single time I post. And please do check out the join and membership subscription options given below. Thank you so much. Take care. Hari Om.